President Rodrigo Duterte says shutting up about the United Nations Commissioner for Human Rights seems to have paid off. Duterte says he had just received a copy of a document authorizing National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon Jr. to accept 2 Cobra choppers donated by Jordan. Each chopper costs $18 million or 942 million pesos each. UN High Commissioner for Human Rights Zeid Ra'ad Al Hussein is a Jordanian prince and a cousin of Jordanian King Abdullah. Zeid previously slammed Duterte for his verbal attacks on UN envoys. His remarks in March were in response to the president's threat to slap UN Special Rapporteur on Extrajudicial Killings Agnes Calamard, who has been critical about the administration's campaign against illegal drugs. Zeid said Duterte needs to submit himself to some sort of psychiatric evaluation, but Duterte said he followed Esperon's advice to shut up about Zeid. Duterte says, quote, "I would have wanted to, but Esperon said do not do it. Maybe, Mayor, if you can swallow insults. You are throwing curses, epithets and all. They can't get back at you either. This time, I'm asking you to shut up." The president adds Esperon, a former military chief, really wanted Jordan's donation to push through. The Commission on Appointments on Wednesday confirms Sharif Abbas as chairperson of the Commission on Elections. Abbas is set to break many firsts in the Comelec. At 39, he will become the youngest Comelec chairperson. He will also be the first Comelec chairperson from Mindanao. Abbas, a nephew of Moro Islamic Liberation Front chief negotiator Mohager Iqbal, will serve as the Philippines' first Muslim elections chief. He is also the first Comelec commissioner to become Comelec chairperson. In his confirmation hearing, Abbas asserts the credibility of the 2016 presidential elections, which elected President Rodrigo Duterte. He also explains technicalities in the automated election system. Abbas also says he will try to avoid the fate of Comelec chairpersons before him, such as Alfredo Benipayo, Jose Melo, and Adjas Bautista, who failed to finish their terms for various reasons. Bautista resigned from the Comelec last October after a public feud with his estranged wife, who accused him of amassing ill-gotten wealth. Special Assistant to the President Bong Go says efforts to label President Rodrigo Duterte as a misogynist are obviously politically motivated. Go makes a statement in response to the #BabayAko campaign against Duterte's insults to women. The #BabayAko movement is a social media campaign started by a loose network of female activists. One of the women who joined the campaign is Duterte's first social welfare secretary, Judy Taguiwalo. The #BabayAko videos begin with a quick introduction of the Filipina authoring the post, followed by a short description of herself and a message to President Duterte. Go says Duterte's style of self-expression has always been taken out of context. Go says, quote, "To say that President Duterte is not pro-women and looks down on women is truly unfair." Duterte in public speeches has threatened to shoot female communist rebels in the vagina and has joked about promoting Filipina virgins as a come-on for foreign tourists. The president also recently said his appointee for the position of ombudsman will definitely not be a woman. But Go insists Duterte has always been a firm believer and protector of women's rights, citing local laws and programs upholding women's rights when he was still Davao City Mayor. The Philippine National Police wants to join the annual Balikatan exercises of Filipino and American soldiers. PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde says he pitched the idea to United States Ambassador Sung Kim during an earlier meeting to help with the police's modernization. Albayalde says he wants the Special Action Force and the Regional Mobile Force to join the Balikatan exercises. The SAF is the elite police group trained not just in anti-criminality operations and community relations, but also in specialized military warfare and high-risk missions. RMF members, meanwhile, are reserve cops in regional police headquarters trained to rapidly respond to high-level natural or man-made crises. They are also sometimes deployed to guard major events. The SAF have joined the Balikatan drills before. In 2009, around 100 SAF personnel joined the Balikatan exercises and were asked to teach other cops what they learned. North Korea gears up for the destruction of one of its nuclear test sites, a high-profile goodwill gesture ahead of Kim Jong-un's summit with United States President Donald Trump in June. Pyongyang earlier said it planned to completely destroy the Punggye-ri facility, the site of all 6 of North Korea's nuclear tests. The demolition is due to take place sometime between Wednesday and Friday, depending on the weather. But doubts have since been cast by both sides on whether that potentially historic meeting will take place. Last week, Pyongyang threatened to pull out if Washington pressed for its unilateral nuclear disarmament. Trump also said the meeting could be delayed. Trump says, quote, "There are certain conditions we want to happen. I think we'll get those conditions. And if we don't, we won't have the meeting."